Good day, everybody. So the topic of this video is cage bred versus regular birds. I decided to do this topic today just to clear up a few things that have a few misconceptions about the both brands of birds in society. Being a breeder myself, I have a more wider appreciation for both brands, for both type of birds. Now, being a breeder, I cannot and will never condemn regular birds that are wild caught, because my breeding stock, my original breeding stock, is wild caught birds, right? So for all the new aspiring breeders and the established breeders who saying that probably cage bred birds are more better than the wild caught birds, my advice is don't ever forget where you came from. Don't ever forget where your birds came from, your lineage, of your stock. Always take into consideration these things when talking about the superiority of birds on the whole. Now, with that being said, there are both ups and downs of the two categories that I am talking about here. Performance again is based on handling. Handling is based on bloodline or the blood of a chikichong. And as humans, we are not always able to determine the performance of your bird at any given time. Your bird can get up today and just do feel to perform today, or tomorrow and do the same thing. It is the same with cage bred birds. Now, when you are seeing cage bred birds performing to a certain standard or a certain level, it is simply because they are properly domesticated. Now, domesticated means that from birth, all they're knowing and seeing is their parents and you as the individual, as the breeder, right? Now, when I am drawing these references, this is from basic experience, and you all could dislike the video, you all could like the video. I love to talk facts, and I only talk in facts now is because I have reached a certain point in my program where I feel that I could come out and talk and explain my experience from what I have seen personally firsthand for myself. So there's only so far a cage bred bird could go, depending on the bloodline and the lineage. A lot of the factors, a lot of the the deciding factors with respect to how a cage bred bird is going to come out depends on the both parents, 50-50. Sometimes the birds that are more take for the mothers. So from my experience in breeding, it is not always a hit and miss, but from experience in putting certain pairs together and understanding the youngsters that coming out of them, the consistency of the youngsters that coming out of them, you will be able to understand, what you need to do to better produce birds for yourself. Now, buying birds on the outside is legit, is no problem. But understand that the amount of birds you have to go through from a volley to purchase that one hitter, that one outstanding bird that will carry you forward. Now, everybody has their own likeness. When I say carry you forward, I literally mean carry you forward, make a name for yourself, compete in shows, compete in competitions, win races, whatever it is. That is what I am talking about. That is the level I'm talking about here right now. Now, people buy birds for personal satisfaction, recreation, or competition purposes. So, the big difference there is all about personal preference. And again, I will tell you all again, I don't ever discriminate with anything with birding, because I understand where birds came from, how they came about, how stock reached in breeders' hands and started. What I am beginning to understand right now I am my second generation youngsters right now. Second generation means that youngsters from my wild caught parents breeding with one another right now to produce a further domesticated line of chickichong. Big difference is the instincts kicking in at a younger stage. I had a female I posted on Facebook recently, 27 days old, trying to move her mother from the nest because I bred back her mother with her original father. 27 days old, trying to move her mother from the nest to sit down and set on eggs. So the instincts improving. You have youngsters singing 17 and 19 days old, scratching up in the cage with their mothers and things. You understand? So the line is getting better and better, but that does not say that they are better than the wild caught birds. It does not say that they are better than the wild caught birds. Understand? I am trying to create, a level playing field with respect to all birding men in Trinidad and Tobago throughout the world. If you don't have access to bullfinch or readily access to bullfinch, you have no choice but to breed, right? So I mean, there's always a balance that we need to understand as bird enthusiasts. That there's always a yin for every yang, and you have to learn to appreciate all birds, all bird in Trinidad and Tobago, all over the world, for what people are trying to do. There are certain people who will always be against domesticated birds, cage-bred birds, just for the plain fact that they can't do it. They can't breed it. Bullfinch is not a difficult thing to breed in. It's just to understand your birds and them very carefully, because I've guided quite a couple of people to breed and they got through it breeding. But these are personal friends of mine. These are members of the breeding association that we were in. Now the association is on a halt right now due to the COVID-19 pandemic in Trinidad and Tobago. When it reopens, we will most likely be accepting members for the rest of the year or maybe next year. For all of those of you who are interested in breeding, I will not be sharing information on breeding openly because I am not as yet totally confident to share information on breeding, as I personally have not mastered it. I don't think it have people who will master it as yet at this stage in Trinidad. Brazilians took 10 plus years to master breeding, you know what I mean? So facts is doing research, find faults. Up to now I still getting deaths and whatever it is. But back to the topic. Cage-bred bird versus regular birds. I will never favor any, because I will still buy a regular bird at any point in time. It don't matter to me. Once I see what I like in that bird, I will go after it. So this is just to clear the air for Nariboy. I don't know about anybody else. I do not favor regular birds or cage-bred birds. I like both of them. I enjoy both. My stock is wild caught. Understand where I'm coming from. And I don't ever see one being more superior than the other, because animal is an animal. You can tell an animal go left, he's gonna go right. You can tell an animal go right, he's gonna go left. Whichever way he wants to perform, it all depends on the owner of the birds and them. It all depends on the owner of the birds and them. You can never tell a bird, be a warrior, do this, do that, without the proper handling. Right? So have a good day, everybody. I hope this video, clears up all the misconceptions about cage-bred birds and breeders favoring cage-bred birds, because that's total shit. Right? I will never favor a cage-bred bird over a regular bird, or favor a regular bird over a cage-bred bird. There's always a balance. Right? So it's not about fighting down men who have normal birds just because they can't breed cage-bred birds, and fighting on cage-bred birds just because a man can't have, this kind of thing. Just understand there always has to be a balance in society when dealing with birding and bird enthusiasts in Trinidad and Tobago. The way forward is really and truly breeding. If you cannot breed, take your time, save up your money, study breeding and try it. Just try for the time being, until we find a more sustainable form of information, or a more steady consistency with survival with youngsters and bullfinch, only then I will be able to share proper information, because I for one do like to share no half-ass information, right? I always like to be straight on point and share proper information that works 100% for me. If I am not at 100%, I will not share the information, right? So have a good day, everybody. Continue to subscribe to my videos. Stay tuned for more topics in the future. Haters, bless up again. I hope all you enjoyed this video and all too, right? Peace, love, and birding in Trinidad and Tobago, boy. Bless up.